So yeah, I thought it'd be cool to take you through like a day in my life of what I get up to in preparation for this year's EWS or Enduro World Series. So we'll start off with a gym session, which is what my day usually starts off with, and then we'll also go for a bike ride. So I'll show you what I get up to specifically for training for an Enduro World Series and how riding looks, because it's a little bit different than just going out for a ride, say. Oi, get here, leave it alone, come here. Kai found a pigeon. Get here, come on, leave the, oi, get. We'll show you what riding looks like in preparation for enduro racing, talk about bike setup, how to approach a race mentally, and everything in between. So there's going to be loads of tips and tricks in this video. So if you're looking to do a bike race, or you already are a racer and you're looking to improve your racecraft, you're going to find some cool stuff in this knowledge bomb session. So enjoy the video and we'll get stuck in. Okay, so we just got to Omni Gym. This is the gym I've been training at for a while in Peebles. We're going to start things off with a real, kind of like an easy warm into it. It's called a primer, and then we'll crack into today's workout. For those wondering as well, I follow a training program or a coach called Fit for Racing. All the details will be below this video if you want to check that out. I've been following the program Fit for Racing now for a good few years, seen massive benefits in my own riding and my own health and fitness. So I'm going to take you through one of the workouts today, just to give you a flavour of what I actually get up to training specifically for enduro mountain bike racing. Okay, so primer warm up done. Usually about 5-10 minutes just to get the heart pumping some blood around the body, and then we'll focus on doing some flexibility and work on mobility for the workout. So it's usually quite specific to what the workout is going to be. So today, for example, we're doing a lot of deadlifting and some clean exercises, so it's going to be a lot of hip hinging focus. So I'm going to focus on that mainly for my flexibility and mobility portion of the workout, as well as my whole body as well, but good place emphasis on that. So that's the mobility side of warming up for the workout. We did some Cossack squats, which is a really good hip opener. Open up my shoulders. We did some twists just to help my core open up, I guess. Bit of advice as well for anybody training for mountain biking or anything in general. Amanda went to a training day with Tane Seagrave thanks to Red Bull a few months ago, and they did quite a bit of the gym. And Tane's coach was there, Chris Kilmurray. He basically said he had Tane doing more flexibility and mobility work than actual strength training in a lot of occasions. And that's what I've placed a lot of focus on the past few months, and it's definitely helping me move around the bike a lot more and actually knowing where my body is on the bike in space and time, so I can basically put my bike where I want it. Anyway, we'll crack into today's workout. Strength side of the workout done. Pretty intense. You don't actually need that heavier weight with this style of training. There was 40 kilos, well 35 kilos on the bar, a set of 22.5 kilo dumbbells. When you combine those two exercises together, it's pretty intense, and it replicates like a race stage really well. If you ever use one of these, you'll know how torturous they are. But when the weather's like it is out there, great tool for training when you can't get out. So you usually do about 1 or 2 minute warming up. I'm already pretty warmed up just to get in the flow of things, and then we'll crack on into these sprints and see how many we can do. Make sure you comment below as well. Let me know what kind of training you do for mountain biking, and we'll go from there. Just finished the sprints on the watt bike. Ended up doing 10 intervals, so 10 rounds of a 10-second all-out sprint and then 50 seconds rest. And if anyone's wondering what my max wattage is, it was around about 945 watts. Don't know if that's powerful or not, but you let me know in the comments below. Workout done for today. Pretty short, sharp, intense workout. So usually in the gym, I probably wouldn't be in the gym for any more than an hour and 15 minutes if you include warming up and working on flexibility and mobility. That's the beauty of these workouts, like you don't actually have to be in the gym for hours on end. Say if you've got a 9 to 5 job, say, and you can only fit in an hour a couple of times a week, this kind of training is perfect for you. Pretty intense, but definitely gets the job done. Okay, so just finished up a 2-hour work block for the morning, and it's now about 11:30 in the morning, and now we're going to get ready and go out and hit the trails. So before I go, just a bit touch upon nutrition. Like, I'm just having a little bit of a snack now. Nothing special, it is just literally Nutella on a bun, just to get some extra calories inside me. So nutrition seems to be a big topic when it comes to sports and stuff, and I think there's a lot of controversy around it. My general rule of thumb is to use like an 80-20 principle on it. So as long as 80% of the time you're eating decent whole foods, the other 20% I don't think really matters. For instance, you'll see when I go out riding, I've got with me today like a bag of jelly babies, and now I'm just about to have a Nutella bun, which you could class as not great foods, but when you're doing an endurance sport or any kind of mountain biking, it's crazy how many calories you actually burn and how much energy you actually use riding. And that was something that actually held me back and my performance back for a long time, because I was basically under fueling myself without even realizing. And it was a coach called Simon Hall who almost gave me permission to start eating more. He had me eating when I was coaching with him a couple of years ago, nearly maybe up to 4,500 calories a day. Riding my bike, could even be more depending on how big the ride was. Endurance sports, you're literally just burning through calories. So whether you can take some simple sugars on a ride with you, some people prefer to have more like fat-based snacks, so like nuts and stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of that. I just run real simple sugars. It's easy for the body to break down and easy for me to digest, and it doesn't upset my stomach. That seems to work with me. Usually try and aim for about 100 calories per hour of riding as a general rule of thumb. Also got a bottle of water on my bike, which sometimes does have like, you know, sugar in it, like cordial or not a carb drink, because I don't actually have any of that at the minute, but usually just cordial does the job. So we're gonna go and get changed now. We're gonna go and hit the trails. So instead of just going for a ride, I'm actually gonna set out a route, maybe 3 or 4 trails, and show you guys what I get to on a midweek ride training for an Enduro World Series. So we're just heading up the Golfy. We'll do some full runs and we're going to try and replicate some race stages. Show me how you run your helmet. Helmet recommendation. Maximum oxygen intake. Enduro Push Series. Yeah, we're actually pushing to the top of the hill now because there's still a little bit of snow on the floor. There's no wind up here though, which is really unusual. Like usually it's blowing a gale up here, but we're at the top anyway. There is literally no wind. Amazing views. And we're gonna do a track first called New York, New York, and then we're gonna sprint up the hill a little bit and drop into the bottom part of Repeat Offender. Lewis reckons this is gonna be about a 4.5 minute track. Kind of like a longish stage with a nice little sprint in the middle.
And this is gnarly. So I'm going to take you guys down some of my favourite trails at the Golfy, this time on the new bike. Oh, getting to them is difficult enough.
Right, full run.
Oh!
3, 2, 1, go.
So a full run on this trail is pretty long as far as Golfy trail lengths go.
Trying to pedal to keep my speed.
Pretty dry in the woods though.
Not sure I'll be able to catch Lewis, the local there.
Got that line, sweet. Kind of greasy today.
The kind of condition where it's drying out but still wet, so it's still pretty slippy on some of the rocks and roots.
Been pretty cool to have Alex in the valley staying now. Get to do some riding. Oh, the bike is just so smooth. Got fire up pedal.
On the gas.
Oh, it's icy. dropping back in. Pretty much, yeah, stood up for the whole of that. Thanks. Always hard to drop into a trail like this after a flat pedal section. Oh, we're done. It's long, eh?
That's pretty tough.
In my legs I found it like pumping.
I didn't know how slippy the fire was going to be. So that was the first run done. That was fairly challenging. I'd probably say I was pushing it like 80% maybe or something. I don't know.
What I found the hardest bit was because I stood up that whole fire road.
Yeah.
But when you drop in, it's like gathering yourself back together.
Yeah.
Like remembering to not get sloppy, because
Yeah.
it's quite easy to get sloppy.
Do you find you setting your bike up softer than you usually would for stuff like that, like enduro?
Yeah, it's way softer than even when I started enduro. It was actually, I was running harder pressures and stuff. Softening it up a bit now makes it ride a bit smoother.
One thing I've learned in the past few years is to set your bike up slightly softer than you usually would, so it's like optimal when you're fatigued, because most of the time you're going to be riding when you're not going to be riding 100%, so you need a bike that's going to actually work with you, not against you. Top of trail number 2. So there's 2 trails in this. Again, there's a sprint in the middle, so it should be pretty challenging. Do you reckon it'll be as long as the last one?
Nope.
It's not going to be as long.
This will be 3 minutes.
3 minutes on the clock of all out race pace.
See you down there. Let's go. Whoa,
Quite tight and awkward this one. Quite flat.
Jesus, hard to carry speed on this trail. So flat.
Look at the view.
Spin the legs a bit. Whoa. So much rain has deteriorated this inside. Hello. Hello. Oh, that fire pedal was, I thought, more harder than the other one.
I sat down towards the end of it to like regain composure a bit.
Yeah.
Tried to attack on flat white, but it's so hard. Like
Yeah.
the rocks,
It's all,
I don't know where to push into corners.
Yeah.
Or like,
there's big ones in the middle.
yeah. Good practice. I'm sure we've raced that before. Tough.
Yeah, I think that was just about 3 minutes.
About 3 minutes, yeah.
Something like that.
So that was kind of like an insight into what my day looks like in preparation for this year's Enduro World Series season. By no means is that like solid set in stone. Like during the week and on weekends it's a little bit different all the time, like it's quite fluid. So yeah, let me know in the comments below like what you thought of the video, what your biggest takeaways were from the video. If you do anything different to what I've been doing for training, again, share it with the community. I also would love to learn from everybody else as well. I just don't want to be here preaching the my way is the only way kind of thing, but I'm always open to learning what everyone else is doing in terms of training, improving my own riding. So make sure you comment below, give this video a like as well, it helps us grow, and make sure if you're not subscribed to the channel already, click down in this corner, I think it is, click the subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss any future videos. And take care, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.